So guys, when it comes to Harry Potter, I never want to be reporting on any sad or tragic news or anything bad within the Wizarding world, but unfortunately from time to time we do have these stories. As bad and as upsetting as they can be, I mean, it's still important information for us to kind of report on and talk about. So this story here comes to us from people.com. Twin brothers allegedly injured on new Harry Potter ride at Universal Orlando after it thrusted erratically mid-ride. Yeah, so these brothers have been injured on this ride and now they're suing Universal Orlando and trying to get compensation, claiming that their lives have been forever changed. And I mean, if that is indeed the case, then of course they should be getting some sort of compensation here. These rides are very, very dangerous. If there's glitches or problems, you know, it can result in really bad life-changing injuries. And I hope that never happens to anyone. I really don't. But, you know, if that is the case, that they have been injured and it's going to affect their life, then of course, you know, Universal Orlando should be paying them some type of compensation here. So, brothers Derek and Eric Burrow are suing Universal Orlando Resort after allegedly suffering significant neck and back injuries on the new Harry Potter ride. And I would assume this is, what's it called? Ministry of Magic or Magic at the Ministry? Something like that, the specific name. Battle at the Ministry, that's what it's called. Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry takes guests inside the Ministry of Magic at the Universal Epic Universe on April the 5th, 2025. And obviously we have a picture there. Battle at the Ministry. We all know that ride by now. It's kind of world famous. And we've talked about the queue times for this ride. They can get upwards of 4 or 5 hours the queue time. And we've done a video about that on the channel. Do search it on my channel videos. You'll find it and it's absolutely ridiculous. But that's a whole story for another video. Okay, so getting back to this, two brothers are suing Universal Orlando Resort for more than $50,000 in damages, alleging that they were injured on Epic Universe's new Harry Potter ride, again, Battle at the Ministry. So, twins Derek and Eric Burrow, 45, filed separate lawsuits against Universal, claiming they were injured on the Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry ride. According to legal documents obtained by People, on Tuesday, February the 24th, so that was just yesterday. The ride is an elevator simulation with a 16-passenger vehicle that moves parkgoers up, down, forward, backward, and sideways through the Ministry of Magic. So the Burrows, who were at the park on Christmas Day with their families, allege that they were on the ride when it malfunctioned and stopped abruptly. They were thrusted erratically in their seats, causing them to suffer significant neck and back injuries. People reached out to Universal Studios for a comment. So yeah, it says here they alleged that the ride malfunctioned. I mean, there have been people in the past who make these kind of claims just to try and get money out of different, you know, studios and parks and things like this, you know, just to open up a lawsuit, just to see if they can get some money. And I have no reason to believe that these guys are lying. If they, you know, if they're filing lawsuits to say they've been injured, then until proven otherwise, I do trust, obviously, what their lawsuit is saying. I've worked at a theme park before and I've seen rides actually malfunction in front of me and kind of damage people. At this park I used to work at, that's just down the road from me, we had a little roller coaster. And there was a situation one day where I was working on the park. I wasn't manning that particular roller coaster, but the roller coaster kind of braked immediately. Like it braked a lot harder than it should have, and a lot of people got whiplash and you know, damaged their necks. So I have seen how this can affect people in real life. And these rides, I mean, as safe as they try to make them, you know, mishaps do happen from time to time. And here's another picture of the Battle at the Ministry, one of the statues at the ride there. Okay, so they both claim that the suit, they both claim, in the suit that as a result of the injuries, they have suffered a loss of ability to lead and enjoy a normal life. The Burrow brothers are seeking damages for financial repercussions, expense and hospitalization, medical and nursing care and treatment, past lost wages, loss of earning power, diminished earning capacity, loss of ability to lead and enjoy a normal life. Losses are permanent or continuing, and plaintiff will suffer in the future. Yeah, I mean, living in the US, I mean, they don't have the NHS like they do here in the UK, and unless you've got medical cover in the US, then, you know, being at the hospital, being at the emergency room and stuff like that can be pretty damn expensive. So whether these guys have medical insurance or not, I really don't know. But yeah, all of that stuff can be pretty expensive to take care of. Obviously, if they've had time off work due to the injuries, again, like it says here, past lost wages, loss of earning power, they can't go to work, they've had to leave their jobs, whatever the case may be here, they've lost out on kind of their salaries that they would usually earn due to the damage that's been caused to their body by the malfunction of this ride. So it's up to them to prove that their injuries are as bad as they say they are. So they would have to get x-rays from doctors, they would have to get written letters from the doctors to prove that these injuries are real, that they had to take time off work, and so on and so on and so on. It would be up to them to get all the medical kind of certification to prove that their lawsuit damaged them as much as what they're saying. So additionally, the suit states that they are seeking treatment for their injuries, which are impacting their everyday lives. Their attorney, John Morgan, said in a statement, the Orlando Sentinel reported. So they allegedly suffered bodily and terminal injury, including a permanent injury, pain and suffering of both a physical and mental nature, disability, physical impairment, disfigurement, mental anguish, inconvenience, loss of capacity for enjoyment of life, aggravation of an existing condition per the lawsuit. When it comes to like mental damages, don't get me wrong, I completely sympathize if they have like PTSD or whatever the mental injury they may have sustained from this ride. How do you prove that you've sustained like a mental injury? Do you know what I mean? Like how it's kind of messed up your mind? I don't know how you would prove that to someone, because you can't be in someone's head. So I don't know how you would prove like your mental condition is deteriorated because of this accident. I guess it would have to be written off by a psychologist. A psychologist would have to evaluate these guys who have been injured. Then the psychologist would have to write a letter, saying that their determination is, kind of mental damages, I guess. I guess that's the way you could do it. So Morgan told the Orlando Sentinel that the lawsuits were filed to hold Universal accountable for the safety incident was alleged was entirely preventable. The most important job of the theme park is to keep its guests safe. Instead, Universal allegedly operated a ride that had been plagued by repeated malfunctions, glitches, and hard stops since it opened. Again, that's something in the lawsuit they would have to prove. Not sure how they would get evidence that the ride has been faulty beforehand. The lawsuits alleged Universal was negligent in maintaining the ride in a reasonable and safe condition, and warned of any dangerous conditions about which it knew or should have known about. The claim joins a list of other lawsuits against the company and the injury parkgoers have sustained on Universal Studio Hollywood's Harry Potter ride, Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. So in February of 2025, 74-year-old Pamela Morrison was awarded $7.25 million in damages from Universal Studios after suffering a spine injury on the ride in September of 2022. So that one wasn't at Battle of the Ministry. That one was on Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. She was awarded $7.25 million in damages. That's insane. So wow, I mean, she won the lawsuit against Universal. So these brothers here who have been injured at Battle of the Ministry, they could be awarded this kind of massive lump sum as well. We'll have to wait and see. If there is an update on this case in the coming months or this year sometime, I will update you guys and I will let you know kind of what the outcome of this lawsuit is going to be, because it's interesting to find out. But yeah, I mean, if it's true what these guys are saying, that their lives have been forever changed, mental, physical damages, loss of wages, loss of, earnings and all that kind of stuff. And I really hope if all of that is true, and I'm not saying they're lying by any means, but I'm just saying if that is all true and their lawsuit is, accurate and good, then I hope Orlando Universal does pay them out and they do get some sort of financial, kind of backing from this lawsuit, because there's no way that a theme park of this size should get away with injuring their guests and not have to pay some sort of compensation to them. But you hear this story here, guys. These people, these twin brothers were injured on this ride. What do you make of this? I would love to hear your thoughts, your insights, your opinions, and all that kind of stuff. So, jump down in the comment section or in the live chat and let me know what you think about this sad story. Again, it's always sad to hear when bad things happen involving the Harry Potter franchise, but unfortunately that's life. So let me know in the comment section what you think about this story.